Hey everyone, thank you so much for watching today's video. In this makeup tutorial, I'm going to show you a super glamorous eye makeup look, which is inspired for the holidays. I wanted to do this eye look for a while. I just had something in my mind that I wanted to do in combination with like a red lipstick. And this is the look. It actually turned out almost how I had it in mind. And yeah, it's just really smoky, glittery, glamorous, and I can't wait for you guys to see how I did this. So the first thing, like always, is that I prime my eyelids. I always do this before going in with any eyeshadow. Then I went in with this Antidote palette from Stacey, Mua and Be Perfect Cosmetics. I will put the link in the description bar. It's a gorgeous palette filled with warm tones, some green shades. It's just super pretty. So first I went in with a super light color underneath the brow bone to kind of like highlight it a little bit. And then I went in with this kind of yellowy color and started blending this in my crease area. So I'm just blending this in my crease, and with this eye look I'm focusing mainly, well, I'm not mainly like only focusing at the outer portion, but also in the normal crease area where I would normally blend my eyeshadow, but the main focus is gonna be like the outer portion. So now I'm focusing with two colors at the outer V because I wanted this eye look to have like a lot of smokiness at the outer portion of the eyelid. I've done this trick with a few of my other videos. I will link them down in the description bar. It's actually one of my favorite eye makeup styles when it comes to eye looks. I just think this eye look just looks super smoky, kind of sultry, sexy. I just really like it when you have like a lot of smokiness at the outer portion of the eyelid. It just makes your eye looks a total different shape. It works for people with hooded eyes. You don't have to like do like a, how do you say it, complicated wing liner. You're just focused on eyeshadow. So it does take some time with like blending. That's definitely maybe a downside from this eye look, but also you don't have to be too like precise, because I'm gonna show this later in the video, how kind of like a trick how I do this, how it kind of makes the process a little bit more easier for me. But what I do is just making circular motions. I just continue to make circular motions over and over again. I start with a light color, then I go in with a darker shade, then go in with an even darker shade, which I'm doing right now. And then I will go in with an even darker shade. And this is how I kind of go on with the process. So now again, I'm going in with an even darker shade. This is a black eyeshadow, and I just continue to make circular motions. And again, focusing mainly at the outer portion of the eyelid. Then at the end, I can like go in with my brush with whatever is left on it and blend a little bit of that like in the crease area. But the most of the product you really want at the outer end of your eyelid. You want the smokiness to be here. It just gives a really flattering, smoky effect, which I personally really like. Of course, you could also blend this shade in your crease, like in the middle part and in the inner corner, but it will just make the whole eye look just very different. The focus is just the outer part. Okay, I think I've said that enough times right now, but hopefully that just makes sense. It's kind of hard for me to explain in English because English is not my birth language, so I'm always kind of like struggling with how to explain certain things, but hopefully it makes sense, and hopefully by seeing me doing it, it also makes sense. So of course, everything I'm doing at one side, I'm also doing at the other side. And then I just went in with a brush with a little bit more of brown color and just kind of blended around the edges of the dark shade to make sure that everything looked nicely blended out. So as of right now, it looks really messy, but what I always do is keep my brush kind of like I'm doing right now. And if everything looks nice above the brush, it looks good. Don't focus on the portion below because that looks super messy, but that doesn't matter. So I saw a little place right here where I'm blending the eyeshadow right now, which I think didn't look really nicely blended out. So I'm just going in with a little bit more of a lighter color. So don't focus, like I said, on the portion below the brush because we're gonna fix that. Sometimes it can be a little bit misleading when I do a makeup look like this one and I'm like, oh my god, it looks so weird, it looks so messy. Is it gonna look good? But at the end it will look good. just don't focus on it. So I went in with a super light color from the Jaclyn Hill and Morphe #1 palette. It's the second shade at the top row of the palette. It's a really gorgeous color for like in the inner corner of your eye. It's kind of like a in-between color. It's not too warm tone, it's not too cool tone, so you can combine this shade with a lot of different eye looks. With cool tone like eye looks, warm tone eye looks. It's a really nice universal shade, and I just noticed I reach out to this color in particular very often just because it's super pretty, not too cool tone, not too warm tone. So I'm just blending this all the way in the inner corner, also blending it softly a little bit more towards the inner part of the eyelid, and also blending it up quite high. So then I decided to go in with this palette from that same Stacey, Mary and Be Perfect palette. It looks kind of golden, but it also has kind of like a green undertone. I was hoping it would look a little bit more towards the green side, but I felt like once I started applying it, it looks very golden. So I am going in with some glitter to make it look more greenish. But I think regardless, it's gonna look beautiful with golden as well, but I feel like I have done a similar look like this with golden, so I actually wanted to do something different. So therefore, I was a little bit disappointed, even though it looks really good. I just wanted it to be more green, if that makes sense. So I just applied it and blended around the edges, so the shimmery color blended more nicely into the matte shades in my crease. And then I went in with some glitter on top of where I applied the golden shades. I used a glitter with a golden undertone. No, not a golden undertone, a green undertone, to make the golden appear more green, if that makes sense. I will put the name of the glitter that I used in the description bar. It's not super green. It's also, well, it's not a golden green, but it's, I think maybe because I applied it on top of the golden, it appears a little bit like a green golden. I don't know, I just really like how it looks. Then I went in with some gel eyeliner. I used the Maybelline Studio Gel eyeliner, and with the eyeliner I focused on creating like a simple line above the lash line, but towards the outer part I went up a bit higher with the eyeliner, so this way you can kind of give the illusion that your eyeliner fades into the dark eyeshadow in your outer V. I feel like the eyeliner looks darker, but as you can see right now, I went in with black eyeshadow to make the darkness in my outer V darker, so it looks like my eyeliner is blending into the eyeshadow, which I think looks really pretty. Then after doing this, I went in with some liquid liner on top of the gel eyeliner, because I've mentioned this before in my videos. I feel like using liquid liner on top of your gel eyeliner makes your eyeliner look more black, more matte, and also I just feel like it stands out more. So this is just something I always do. I just feel like it just looks even more black. So this was the back of my hand. After using all that gel eyeliner, it was a complete mess. So I wiped away some of the fallout of the eyeshadow and all of that stuff and the glitter. And then I went in with a flat blending brush. I believe I used the E25 from Sigma Beauty with a little bit of concealer on it. And then I blended this right underneath the outer part of the eyelid. So this is why I told you guys not to focus too much on this part of the eyeshadow, because it looked really messy. But because I'm now going in with the concealer, that's gonna all fix this whole situation. So I'm just kind of going back and forth with my brush, just softly blending it on top of my skin, kind of in the direction I want to go in with. So if you want to go more towards your brow, you're gonna blend it up a little bit more higher. You kind of can go also more in a round shape if you want to. You can kind of play with it, but I'm just following kind of the line from my outer part of the eyelid towards my brow, and not changing too much of the eye look, how it already looked. Just cleaning up the whole situation of eyeshadow. Then I went in with a liquid eyeliner. I used the one from Huda Beauty and kind of dragged the eyeliner a little bit lower. So this is gonna give the kind of illusion that my eyes look a little bit more catty. So I went in with a black pencil in the waterline. I used the Makeup by Mario black pencil, and then I went in with more of the black eyeshadow and started blending this like right where I dragged that line, and I'm just kind of filling it up and connecting it with all the eyeshadow underneath the lower lash line, and this will give you that pointy inner corner effect. You could also do that with the liquid eyeliner, but I feel like with the eyeshadow it looks a little bit more softer. That's why I only dragged a line and now I filled it up with the eyeshadow. Kind of the same as how you would do it with like a winged eyeliner, but this is like the other way around, if that makes sense. So it's more like a smudgy winged liner at the bottom of your eye, if that makes sense. So I went in with 2 shades, or was it three? I'm not quite sure. But I blended the shades underneath the lower lash line. And yeah, I'm just making sure that the black underneath the lower lash line looks a little bit softer around the edges. And you can drag this as low as you want. You can make it super smoky if you like. I went quite soft because I already applied quite a lot of the black eyeshadow. I just focused on blending it out. Then now I'm gonna go in with a lash curler because it's already time for mascara. I went in with the Maybelline Sky High mascara, which is my favorite drugstore mascara. It's just really good. I have been talking about this mascara very often. And then I went in with the Sigma Fantasy lashes, which are very wispy. It has like longer and shorter hairs. And then I finished off this whole makeup look with some red lipstick. This one is by NYX Cosmetics. I will put the name of the lip product in the description bar. And yeah, I just really hope you enjoyed this video. I really love these kind of dramatic makeup looks, so let me know if you want me to do another kind of similar look but using different colors. Let me know down in the comments. Also, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed. This is really helpful for my YouTube channel, and this way I know you guys are enjoying my videos. And yeah, I just want to say thanks for watching, and hopefully I will see you all in the next video. Bye bye!
Even if you tried, you wouldn't understand it. Maybe something's missing inside of you. Just a bit of sugar.